TV. But anyway, yeah, I know I mentioned I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm not sure what's going on with me, but just work with me, okay? So I'm excited about tonight's program because we are kind of taking a different approach, but at the same time, of course, we're still intertwining our mission to encourage survivors to start sharing so they can start healing and start living and moving into life after abuse. So that's why our guests are here today. And actually, we have like a bonus guest because originally I invited the executive director of Urban Success to be a part of the program today. And she said, hey, you know, I got a bonus for you. We have our director of domestic violence who actually wants to come on as well and share a few things. So I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So today we're not doing the musical interlude, the poetry or anything like that, unless Shelly, who was actually in the house, you guys know Shelly, our board member Shelly Matthews, Minister Shelly Matthews, Dr. Shelly Matthews, Shelly Matthews. She's here, so, you know, she might, you know, the spirit might move her to sing a little something, I don't know, maybe. So get your lemon water together, honey bunny. Yeah? Okay. All right. Okay, so let me introduce our guests. It feels like it's been like a long time since we've been here. But today, my guests are from Urban Success, and these young ladies, I met one of the young ladies during a presentation that we did at the Hope House. House what's it called? The Hope.
The Hope.
The
Church of Hope.
Church of Hope.
Yeah.
And we did a presentation there. Myself and my partner Curtis. We did Tract. We presented there, and then there were some other organizations that were there presenting as well in an effort to just bring more knowledge and resources to survivors. So when I found out what they did, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I never heard of anything like this. People in the community ought to know, especially people in the situation and violent situations, they need to know about Urban Success. Now the name totally threw me off because I'm like, do you teach people? Do you have classes? You know, what do you educate on something? Urban Success, you know, that's what I'm thinking, but you know, in my small little world. So after more conversation, I found out more about the program. So enough about me. I'm actually going to introduce these young ladies to you. We have Paulette. No, why do I keep saying that? Is that right,
that's right,
Paulette?
yeah.
I'm thinking of Pauline. Was that the lady at the Hope Center?
No, that was me.
Okay.
Nobody gets my name right. It's okay.
Okay.
But you got it.
Sorry.
You did get it
You
on
got
the
it.
first try.
And then,
I can't believe it.
And then also Tiffany here. And of course, for safety purposes, that's all you're going to get. It's their first names because it's all about the program. So, okay, so we're here. You're here. Urban Success. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
What is it? I mean, and this is Paula. She's the executive director.
Urban Success is a lot of things.
Okay.
My goal was to create success stories in an urban environment in the city. I began in 2000 as more of a gang intervention, anti-gang kind of program, and eventually moved from my role in a school to the community and getting involved with the kids I was working with, their lives, their cliques, their crews, whatever they were involved with. Providing food, necessities like diapers and things like that they were lacking, helping them get employment, just, you know, kind of counseling them if they had issues or problems or anything.
Like an educational thing. It was
Yeah,
like,
definitely a
so
mentoring
it started off that
program.
way. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of mentoring going on, a lot of counseling going on for young men and young women that I was working with at a high school. And then it kind of evolved into, well, I need help, and people didn't know who to go to for help, and somehow my numbers started getting out there because I was always in the neighborhoods. I went through all the neighborhoods in the city, you know, just talking, checking on the kids, seeing how everything was, if there was anybody I could do anything for, and kind of keeping that communication open and letting them know that there's a support person available, and then we started getting calls for help. And by we, I mean most of the time I was riding with a certain group of kids that just kind of, I kept company because if I didn't and I just let them roam into the neighborhoods, anything could happen. So I put them in my car and I'm like, let's roll here, let's go there, you know, let's get some dinner.
So are you referring to like troubled teens? Are you talking
Yes.
about gang members or
Yes.
something like that? So you kept them with you to keep them out of trouble?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
otherwise I would get a different kind of phone call.
Okay.
So
Understood.
I didn't, yeah.
Understood.
I'm very proactive in prevention, and I want to avoid violence if possible. So I would keep them with me after school. Taught a lot of them how to drive because I get tired of driving. So here, let's switch seats, you know, kind of thing. But
So you're like a godmother to like many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably like 150, yeah.
Awesome.
It's because I've been doing this for 17 years. It started in 2000, answering Isaiah 6:8, just basically telling God, I'm willing, send me wherever you wish and I'll go, kind of thing. And so these gang members I was working with, they've gotten older. They're still, part of our program, and because we believe in long-term relationships, building sustainable relationships to kind of really impact families, impact lives, and ultimately impact communities. So these guys who were gang affiliated have come back and they assist in a lot of ways. They do a mentoring program for young children that we're developing in different neighborhoods, and kind of going more of the anti-gang route, trying to encourage kids to do different things. But the biggest thing I find that they do for us right now is assist with domestic violence calls, because all of a sudden, a couple of years ago, we just started getting hit with lots of calls for help. And girls want to get out of these situations. They're stuck. They have no support system. They have no resources, because the first thing a narcissist does is take your phone, your bank card, and your keys, and usually your ID. So where are you going to go without all of that stuff? How are you going to get out of that situation?
So you said girls. So I know you're at the point now where you deal with everybody of,
Yes.
of all ages.
Yes.
So you're saying that young girls, maybe high school age girls, were involved in domestic violence or
Yes.
abusive relationships, and they would call you for help.
Even trafficking relationship situations, yeah. One of the first girls we dealt with was a trafficking situation. And that took quite a bit of time and energy and resources, but a lot of the calls we get are from young girls, I would say like 17 to 23, 24. But now we are getting calls from older women who have been married for a while or been in a situation for a while that they can't take anymore. They don't want to deal with anymore. So we sometimes get calls 5 nights a week, and we go get them.
Okay, so you said you've been around for 17 years, and we had a conversation about kind of how you got started with this whole thing when you're talking about your mom and everything.
Yeah.
And I would love for you to also share that with the viewers.